New moon shit with your gypsy. Are you ready? Hey guys, it is your gypsy Brianna, and I wanted to share with you what is going on in the universe today, especially today and really the next month. I haven't done a forecast video in a while. I keep up with it. I just haven't really been in the mood, and today magic kind of spoke to me, and I wanted to share. So let's talk about what today is. Today is a new moon. That's right, a new moon. It happens to be a super moon and a black moon. I will tell you what all those things mean, but it just means there is a lot going on in the universe today, and it's probably affecting you and the people around you and what you're doing. So let's dive in. First things first, I had to run to Target to get some pull-ups for the man, for the bear. And as I was stepping out of the car and getting a basket, this was at my feet. A beautiful bird feather. If you know me, you know I love birds. I watch them all the time. They watch me all the time, and they always leave me wonderful gifts. It was literally at my foot. It was not there when I had stepped down at first, so that was kind of cool that the universe kind of rewarded me. And to me, it was a sign to kind of share today. So that's what I'm doing. And I hope whatever information I do give helps you in some way to feel better, be better, and ultimately do better. So today is a new moon. It's happening on July 31st, 2019, and it is officially perfect at guess what time? 11:11. Yeah, no joke. 11:11 on East Coast time. It will be the new moon in July 31st. It is a black moon, and that really means black moon is just we've had two new moons in 1 month. So we've had two this month. The first one was on the 2nd, I believe, and this one is on the 31st. And then it's a super moon because it's closer to the earth, which is a great time for witchy work. So all my witches out there, start casting those spells now. Tonight is perfect. You hit it at 11:11. Who knows what type of magic you might create? So let's talk about what the theme should be for this next 4 weeks. This wonderful new moon. It should be patient. Let me say it again. Be patient. And I'll tell you why being patient should be your focus for the next 4 weeks. First of all, this new moon is definitely hitting in the sign of Leo. However, it still is in the constellation of Cancer. So you have two energies kind of working together and ultimately against each other. We have been through the thick of the shit with the Cancers, right? The emotions, the crying, the feelings, the moodiness. We've all been through it. The last month, everybody's experienced it. Even if you're not a Cancer, you've had those moments where you started crying, you got snippy, you were completely moody for no freaking reason, right? And also, we went through a lot of change in our life. We started to question things that we believed for a long time, things that we love, people that we love, relationships that we are in. We started questioning all of that immediately in this last 4 months. So you kind of felt like you've been swimming in your emotions. Luckily, we're getting out of that. However, we still are living in some of the constellations. So we still have a lot of those feelings, a lot of moodiness, a lot of introspection. And then you have the sign of Leo, which is about, look at me, I can get bigger, better than anybody around me, and you can't stop me. So you got all those forces kind of working together to make what's happening for the next 4 weeks. And the only thing I can say is be patient. Be patient. We all know that a new moon is time to plant seeds for dreams, goals, intuitions, your intentions, especially if you're doing witchy work. It's a great time to start those spells. If you're working with spells, especially in the kitchen like I do, this is a great time to harvest those things that you're going to be using, like your herbs and stuff like that, and bring them in the house so that you can get used to them, talk to them, tell them what's happening, what you're using them for. New moon is all great times for that. But it's also a time about checking in and reflecting. And you can't do that unless you're patient. You can't check in with yourself and be present with what's happening unless you're being patient with yourself. So again, the theme for this month is be patient. Be patient. Be patient. One of the other things I want to say is don't be discouraged if you do plant a new seed and it doesn't come to its fruition yet, because even though Mercury finally ends retrograde today, about an hour before 11:11, so around about 10 o'clock, Mercury will be back in direct. You still have that whole 2 weeks of like fogginess. So about from April to 15th, you'll still have retrograde fogginess, which means it is a great time to start planting new ideas and planning your goals and putting those seeds into the universe and like blessing them and working with them. But there's also a bit of fogginess. So don't get discouraged if some shit don't happen immediately. The universe has got your back. You just need to be, guess what? Patient. All right, I am back. Your girl had to take a quick ponytail break because the heat in here is baking. Okay, so this new moon, July 31st, the new moon, is in conjunction with Venus. So that means love and finances are much in focus. You need to pay attention to those two aspects in your life. I'm dripping sweat. So you need to pay attention to those two things, your love and your finances, because Venus is about putting the rose-colored glasses. She wants you to see everything in the best light. And that means you might find new love potential partners and not see the things that you should see, the big red flags, because you're wearing those rose-colored glasses. As well as your finances. If you're an emotional spender, you need to really pay attention to that, because Venus is going to say, oh, you got it. You've got the money. You can do it. And then reality will say, baby girl, you ain't got it. So pay attention to those few things. As I mentioned before, Leo, even though this new moon is in Leo, it's still in the constellation of Cancer, which means you have a lot of energy working together. 3 key things that you need to pay attention to this month is impulsiveness, rebelliousness, and aggression. Let me say it again. Being impulsive, right? And that just means because you have Venus around you, reminding you how wonderful and loving things are, when those rose-colored glasses come off, you can react immediately. Rebelliousness. You still have that Cancer energy living in your life. And we all know Cancers, right? They're extremely, extremely moody. That moodiness can in turn into something about being rebellious, because you have that Leo energy where it's, I'm first, I'm the best, I'm number one, look at me, everything I do is better. And you also have self-doubt, self-worry, feelings and voices. You have all of that working together. So you can be very impulsive, very rebellious, and very aggressive this month. Pay attention to those things. And if it's not you, it might be somebody around you that are doing all these things, and you wonder, where the hell is all that coming from? The universe, Mother Moon, she's giving it all to us. So again, remember when I said our key word for this month is be patient. Be patient. We've got 4 weeks of magic, though. I mean, we've really got a great new moon harvesting. It's starting on a beautiful time frame at 11:11, but it's also about time to restart. Start fresh. Start planning for something that you want. Start building right now. And like I said, even if you plant the seeds right now and they don't come into fruition immediately, don't panic, because the universe has got your back. There's a lot of things working behind you to make sure you get what you want. You just got to be patient. If you can't stay there and be patient, you'll never see it through, and you'll wonder what happened. And it was simply because you couldn't be patient, right? So I want you to really focus on that, being patient, being patient. It's still okay if you're in your Cancer mind frame about questioning, right? Like questioning your behaviors, questioning your beliefs, questioning what you thought you believed, and now you say something totally different, or you thought that was going to be your career and it's not. That's okay, because we still have that fogginess of retrograde, right? Retrograde is literally ending an hour before the new moon officially works. So about 10 o'clock, Mercury will be direct. But we still got like 2 weeks of fogginess. So till about August 15th, you may feel like you still don't know what you want to do. You still don't know where you should go. And let me tell you something. This is one reason why I haven't done a forecast video in a while, is because I have completely not felt like myself. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything that I liked, I hate now. Everything that I thought I enjoyed, I don't want to do. I've been in a real mood to be completely alone. And it's really hard when you are a mother and a wife and a teacher and a daughter, because I really haven't wanted to be with anybody. And that's because I really checked in. And I might have went too far with checking in, but I did. I checked out to check in. Things are happening, and they're going to keep happening, because not only did we deal with cancer and everything that was going on, we're also moving forward to something new, right? So be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. It's a great time for fun. This month, this next 4 weeks is an amazing time to socialize. Go out, go to parties, date, do more activities, take that adventure walk you wanted to go on, rent a hotel for the weekend just for the fuck of it. Go do something really fun, because this is the time now to just enjoy yourself and be present, because we've worked so hard to get out of that moody muckness of the cancer. Now it's time to just have fun. And we all know what Leo is about. Leo is about the party. Party, party, party. Live it up. Be the best you can. Have some fun. In that having fun, let me rewind. That fun means if you're single, slow the fuck down. Slow down. Because if you're single, remember, Venus is still controlling our mind, and it's still rose-colored glasses. So if you're single, you are going to be attracted to the bad boy or bad girl. That's just it. They are who is going to attract you, and that's great. But I'm going to tell you this, and please listen to me. It is going to be very short-lived. It is going to be very short-lived. It is going to be very short-lived. Enjoy it while you can. Have fun with it. But do not think that 6 months from now you're going to be with that person, because that's just not possible. If you're single, be careful not to have too many one-night stands. Look, I'm being honest. The sexual energy is up high because Venus is controlling all that love. But Uranus is about aggression, about being impulsive. So you have all those things working against you. So just be patient with the people you meet, and maybe don't dive in, get married. Just have fun. Have fun. So things to watch this month. I want you to watch shopping, overspending, and overindulging. Why? Let me say it again. Venus. Venus is about the rose-colored life. And we still have that Cancer constellation, so we're still dealing with a lot of our emotions. If you're an emotional spender, emotional eater, emotional drinker, stop. Remember, check in. Make sure that you're not doing those things because of your feelings, and you really do need what's your mind. Don't go out and buy a bunch of shit, right? Even though Mercury is going to be done with retrograde, like I said, you still have that fogginess. So don't make a bunch of commitments and buy a brand new house immediately, or sign a new car lease, because wait a bit. Just wait until the end of August. That's all I'm saying. Just wait a little bit. Be really focused on what you're spending your money on, because finances are really important to Venus as well. And sometimes we think we have it and we don't. You may have the extra $100 in your account now, but in 2 weeks something breaks down. And if you didn't buy that $200 jacket, you would have it to spend. So just be cognizant of what you're spending your money on. Don't overspend, don't overindulge, and don't overshop. Be patient with yourself. Be aware, and remember to check in and make sure it's just not you're dealing with your feelings, but you're also dealing with logic. The one beautiful thing about Leo is they are really focus driven. They are really analytical, and they really know how to get a plan to come into fruition. Cancer is all about feeling, right? It's a water sign, like your girl. I feel. So the beautiful thing about Leo is if you step back and uncheck out of those emotions, you can really make something happen. Okay, so I want you to think about, do not overspend, do not overindulge, and do not overshop, yo. Great things to do right now in this next 4 weeks on top of your witchy work, right? Because like I said, 11/11 is a great time. But on top of your witchy work, one of the great things you could do right now is remodel or make over yourself. Make over your house, remodel your bedroom, remodel your wardrobe. Try something new, but don't throw away everything. Don't live on emotions like I'm gonna just clear house, because I guarantee you in 2 months you're gonna be mad and you're gonna want whatever you got rid of back. Just retweak, redo. Hey guys, your girl had to come inside because my phone got too overheated in the tent. I told you it is real out there. So let me jump back into what I was talking about. Like I said, because Uranus is square in the moon, and there's a lot going on. Sometimes it's really hard to explain how the universe works, but there are all little pieces that affect things. So Uranus is in the new moon, and because of that, there's going to be a lot of unexpected changes. Unexpected means you didn't know it was coming. That means it's possible something can happen and completely rock your world and you weren't ready for it. The only thing I suggest you do is not react, because if you react, it's going to simply affect you the wrong way. Reacting, because it's in Uranus, like I said, is about being impulsive, aggressive, and rebellious. If you react, one of those three things are going to happen, and more than likely, you're not going to be able to come back from them. So the best thing to do when these unexpected changes happen is simply step back, check in. Everything happens for a reason, right? And sometimes we're just not ready for that change, and that's okay, because we're spiritual beings kind of playing this human thing, and we don't know what to expect. The only way to really live in harmony is step back and don't react, but simply check in. Be patient with yourself. I can't say enough this month. That is really what you need to focus on. Being patient with yourself, because shit is gonna happen. Shit's gonna hit the fan. That's just how it is, and it has to happen for you to move forward. A lot of us won't step out of our comfort zones unless we've been fucking kicked out, and that's just how it is. This new moon is gonna do that for you, because, like I said, we've already dealt with the heavy shit. We've already done the cancer shit. We've already done all these feelings. Now we want to come into being positive and making this thing work. And the only way that we can do that is by being pushed out. So if you find yourself in those unexpected changes, just be patient with yourself. Don't react, because I guarantee you, if you react, it's going to be a negative reaction. It's not going to be something positive, and it probably won't be something you can come back from. And that means your family too. When you're dealing with people and they seem extremely erratic, impulsive, aggressive, rebellious, just downright negative, step back. Remind them to check those emotions and find out, is that really what I'm feeling, or am I just reacting? If I just question how I am and what's happening right now, maybe I can find myself in a better space. I just want you to know that don't be afraid when the change happens. Even if it rocks your world, right? Even if the change completely rocks your world, it's for the best. And I know that's hard to say when some shit really pops up and you're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And immediately we hit panic mode. But I want you to step back. Even if you hit panic mode at first, pull your hand off the button and just breathe. This month, while you're being patient, I want you to focus on meditating, checking in and listening to your intuition. And I mean really your intuition. Not your partner's, not your children's, not your job, not your friend, not your yoga teacher. Your intuition. Listen to you first. You are the only guru that matters. It's your life. Be present in that and focus on that, okay? Like I said, we're dealing with two planets, Venus and Uranus, and our new moon in Leo, but it's still in the constellation of Cancer. So you got all these things happening, right? Because Venus is involved, it's involved in our love life, and that means shit might get interesting. If you've been in a relationship lately and you felt smothered and confined and just bored, this month might bring you something new. It might be more, things might get more exciting, right? And that's really fun. What I want you to focus on, though, is if your partner is somebody that's very close-minded, do not react. Because if you react, guess where those reactions are going to come from? Rebellion, aggressiveness, impulsiveness. Which means if you are in a relationship this month, you could fuck up and have an affair. That's just really how it is, because that energy is really high, and Venus wants you to love. And if you're not loving where you are, you're going to go loving somewhere else. So what did I say? Be patient. Be patient. If your partner is somebody that's really closed-minded and not interested in experimenting or doing those crazy things you want them to do, be patient. Let them come around on their own time. If you do push, I guarantee you'll find yourself fucking single. This month, because Venus has those rose-colored glasses, but you have Uranus around it, abruption is quick. That means if you push my buttons too fast, it's over, yo. It's over. And there ain't no coming back. And then you have to try to fix it for the next 3 or 4 months. And God only knows when that's going to happen. So I need you to be patient. Really, if you're in a relationship, and if you feel like you've been smothered or controlled or confined or just fucking bored, talk about it. We still have Cancer in our energy, and we still have the energy to communicate. So just talk about it. Cancer is all about talking, all about the feelings. So be honest with your partner. Tell them what's going on. Tell them what you need, and just allow them to listen and hear you and marinate in that. Don't ask for an instant response, because guess what? We are all kind of doing this shit together. We don't know what we're doing, so just be patient. If you're in a relationship, please be mindful to be patient. Otherwise, your ass is going to be single, okay? If you are single, like I said before, it's time to have fun. Go out and date and socialize and party and just do you. That does not mean if you're in a relationship you can't socialize and go to parties. Go to parties, have fun. Do you too. Have fun. Go on date nights and like I said, go on those hikes and all of that. But if you're single, it is party life. With that party life means lots of one night stands, because ain't shit lasting, okay? Nothing is lasting, because Venus wants you to see those rose-colored glasses, but Uranus and Leo energy is real, and commitment is not really popping right now. So if you met somebody and you got hit it off and you are like so in love this month, I guarantee you by September you'll be like, who? What? When? Don't find commitment now. Just enjoy yourself. Don't push anything. Just enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fun. Be playful. But be mindful of those one-night stands, because Venus does control our love, and love is attached to sex. So there's a lot of fucking going on. So be mindful of that you're just not out here. And if you is out here, please protect yourself, because we want you to live. Love yourself. Go buy condoms. Here's the PSA. So, 2 things, right? We're going back. If you're in a relationship, please be patient, be mindful, be honest with your partner. Let them know if you have been bored or, whatever. Just be patient with them and listen, because if you react, I guarantee your ass is going to be single. And if you are single, have fun and enjoy yourself, but be careful and be aware. Check in with yourself and know that nothing right now is permanent. Just have fun. I think I kind of highlighted everything for this new moon, and I just want to go back to, these are 4 fabulous weeks. Don't be nervous, because you do have aggression and impulsiveness and sudden change happening. There's also love, lightness, and a lot of self-assurance, right? We went through a month of really checking our belief systems, our jobs, our careers, our dreams. Everybody, and I mean, you don't have to believe in astrology. Everybody has had a month of retrospection. They have. You question a lot of things that you thought you loved, and that's a beautiful thing. And because you've done all that questioning and checking in, you have had the ability to really connect with yourself. Those are beautiful things, because you are now rebirthing. Think about being a child of the universe, and you are starting all over. You have another few months, 6 months, to come into your best self. Your best self. Use this time to plant the seeds of your best self. Only move forward with the things that resonate in your spirit. Only move forward with the things that's going to make you a better person. Only move forward for you. That's the key thing, for you. Be patient with yourself. Love yourself, and most importantly, do it for yourself. Thank you for joining me. Sorry about the change in location and probably the sound. This is my meditation room. It's very tiny, but I appreciate you guys checking in with me. And remember, the new moon is at its peak at 11:11 East Coast time. Mercury gets out of retrograde about 10 o'clock this evening. So you got a lot of magic working for you. Remember, if you are one of my witch sisters, get out there, plant some seeds, and do some fucking spells. Have an awesome day, guys. Bye.